Hello Sagittarius, this is a reading for signs of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're looking at love as we usually do on this channel, and we're going to see what messages we have got for you. The way I do my readings is if it becomes apparent that you are dealing with somebody, we go ahead and look at their energy. If not, we see if anyone new is coming towards you. Like I said before, it's a love reading. Okay, it's a general read, which means it won't resonate with everybody. Please feel free to take what bits do, and also check out your other signs if it's not resonating. It could be it resonates with your rising or moon sign. And if it doesn't, it might not be your message today. Okay, Sagittarius. Oh, and before I begin as well, for the next few weeks, I'm also opening my books again for personal reads. My contact information will be somewhere around about in the description box. It's just a donation only read, and I can answer 1 or 2 questions. Feel free to email me if you are interested in that. Okay, right. I feel that you've also been dealing with, another fire sign. So that even came out before I'd even said it. But I do get the feeling that you have been dealing with somebody fairly similar to yourself, maybe another fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. A lot of uprights. We're looking at past energies, then we'll look at current, and we'll throw some questions in, have a look what messages come up for the future. Okay, heavy fire energy again, so it could just be actually be picking up on yours, you know, with you being a fire sign, or like I said before, you could actually be dealing with somebody at this moment in time that's a fire sign, or you could have just been dealing with it. We could be looking at past messages here, so it could be somebody that you've recently taken a break from, or that somebody that that you're still involved with, but I get the word clarity into my head as well. It could be that you're unsure of a relationship. This could be for those that have left somebody behind. Maybe you're having doubts whether or not that relationship was for you, or whether or not you should go back. And for those that are dealing with somebody new, you are unsure, and it could be a new fire sign. You are unsure if they are the one for you. You're just having doubts. You are. It's almost like, especially we've got the Page of Wands here as well, with the Empress card. I feel that some of you, even though you've got doubts about a new relationship, or doubts if it's to do with somebody old, an old relationship, it's almost like you're going along with it anyway. You're going, oh, yeah, I'm worried. I don't know where it's going to lead, but do you know what? Let's just go with it anyway. That could be the right attitude for you. It's almost like, when, I always say this quite a lot as well, I don't know if it was a fire sign I read for recently that came out with this message, but it's almost like when you are alone at night, you kind of, then yourself, it's almost like you're putting on a mask to deal with this person, and you're just being a carefree, like, yeah, but really you're not, and it actually just worry you as to whether or not you're a match with this person. I see that you are, though. I think that your worries are just in your mind. We're going to have a look at the person you're dealing with, whether it is a new fire sign or whether it is an old one. It could also be an earth sign as well. I know I said heavy fire, but you could be the fire sign dealing with an earth sign. They could be they could be a fire sign. You could have earth placements, anything like that. It doesn't have to be, of course. I'm just calling out what signs appear to me. Okay. See what else we can get. Yeah, another earth energy. I think that you're kind of adapting this carefree attitude when you're around them. You're almost showing yourself to this person as you're not bothered. If you're not bothered about whether or not they call or not, whether or not you go out, it's like, it's really relaxed. It's really like you don't you don't really, it sounds awful this, but you don't really care, when actually you do. It could be just the way that you deal with things. You don't want to come across too strong. You don't want to come across too heavy. It could also be the impression that they're getting of you. They might think that you're not interested because of the way you're acting around them, the way that you're stepping back, like letting them take the lead. They might think, well, you know, this Sagittarius is not really interested in me. When really you are, because you're letting them, you know, Seven of Pentacles, you're letting them lead the way. I think you can actually see this relationship working out, but you've got doubts at this moment in time about it. Why? Why are you worried about this relationship if you know that really you want it to work out? Why? Why is this happening? Like I said before, clarity, I think maybe you don't realise how the person feels. Somebody here, yeah, needs to get out more, needs to open up, especially with the Hermit card, and needs to tell the other person how they feel, because there's no point you, and this could either be you, it could be the person you're dealing with, it could be both of you. You are kind of not communicating between yourselves. They're guessing how you feel, it could be you guessing how they feel. I get that it could be a mixture of both of you. You've not had the conversation where you don't know where it's going to lead. You're playing it all casual. And really, this is what you want. You want this relationship to go places. But at the moment, you're kind of in your shell. You're doing exactly what the Hermit card is pointing out here. And you're not opening up your feelings towards this person. And then it becomes a guessing game. You don't know how they feel. They don't know how you feel. And it's all because you've not opened yourself up to this relationship yet. Let's have a look at them. These do not want to shuffle today. You could be dealing with somebody that is very, very hard to read. And that could be the issue between the two of you. You don't know where you stand with this person. Yeah. They're very guarded. Like I said before, I'm getting that it's heavy fire sign. Very guard. They've got the guard up. They have got their guard up. And I said that twice, almost to reiterate myself, because that's the message that you need to get through. It's almost like breaking down a wall. You need to break down these person's boundaries. You need to break the wall down. I have no idea how you're going to do that. They're very, very guarded. Why is all this happening? The communication's there between the two of you. You talk. You don't completely ignore one another, but you're not talking about the things that you want to talk about. It's like you're going out. This is just an example, by the way, but just so you know what I'm going on about. But you could be going out on a date and you're dying for the person to kind of like tell you that they want to be with you, or tell you where you stand, vice versa, but they're not. They're just going about casual things like, oh, let's go and get another drink, and you're kind of longing for that deep conversation. But the communication between the two of you is there, you know. It's just not one that's a deep, meaningful conversation, should I say. They're into this as much as you are, though. So if your fears were that they're not interested in you, they are. They've just got the guard up. They're very guarded. They might not know how to. They might be shy, especially when we're pointing out the Hermit card. Again, I could be reading your energy. It could be you that is the shy one, but it doesn't feel like. It feels like the energy is stagnant and it isn't moving on because of the closed heart chakra, shall we say. Really different reading. At least it's not like such a body is cheating on me, hates me. It's, you know, it's definitely a message for somebody. How do you feel about this person? Let's have a look. One more, please. Oops. Throwing themselves at me. You've thought in your mind constantly, I say constantly, more than once. You've got frustrated and you've thought about ending it. You've thought about walking away because of an issue. It could be the way they communicate with you, but it's like they message you then and everything's back to normal, you know. You haven't walked away, and then it's like, oh, and you go back to them. You go back to them. How do they feel about you? They see you as long term. They really do. They see you as long term. But they also see you as somebody that is also very guarded. I don't know if you argue a lot or you've argued with this person about something. We'll throw some clarifiers on this. But it's almost like they see you as somebody that's long term, somebody that they have a future with, as long as they can stop arguing with you. It's a really strange story. But I see that you might have argued in the past, you might have a bit of conflict, and they know that you two clash heads at times, but it's not stopping them from wanting to move forward with you, but it is a little bit of an issue. That could be why they haven't, I don't know, I want to say pop the question, why they haven't wanted to take this further is because of an argument. If that resonates, that's a message for you. But that is the reason, yeah. There's something about some argument. Definitely, it could be a Leo that you're dealing with, by the way. The way they're coming across, they could have Leo in their placements, but they like to be right as well. So especially with you being a fire sign, and if you are dealing with somebody that is a fire sign or has fire placements, you're very conflicted to one another because you're quite similar in that you both want to be right, but this person that you're dealing with, I don't want to say has the upper hand, but likes to have the upper hand. It likes to think they're right. And you could have argued about something and maybe they didn't get their own way, and it's just kind of played on the mind a little bit. That possibly could be a reason why you're not moving forward together, is an argument. But I'm going to have to say it, it's there. Let's have a look. The challenge. Yeah. Challenge. Interesting, because there could also be something that they revealed or something that you found out about this person. Maybe that's what's caused the argument. That they found something out about you, you found something out about them. Yeah. And you went silent on one another. This is going somewhere now. This is going down a direct storyline. A lot of you might be thinking, no, it's not resonating from this point. It will be with somebody. I feel that there's an argument took place over something being revealed or someone finding something out about the other person. Then you possibly separated for a little while, took a break, you weren't speaking to one another. The reasons why I've said that was the cards, and we're going back to to the Ace of Wands, which leads you going back to them. It could have been that you then picked it back up, you then started talking, started being together, started going out on dates, but it's left you both wondering where the relationship goes from here. It has. Let's have a look at see what we've got for the future. Just going to move my cards up. Future energies for my Sagittarius, please. What can you tell me? Not much. Not much action. Still hanging on. Still being confused. Maybe, or maybe you're not. Maybe you have. Being Aries, definitely fire. Got Aries now. We've also Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, it could be anything for that matter. I just feel that they're very similar to you in their personality. You're the one, I think, that is finally going to reach that point where you, because it's in your energy, where you break, where you kind of like, I want this out. I want to talk about this. I want to know where I'm going. You know, you're adopting that kind of especially with the Empress and the Emperor in your side as well. You're going all strong on this person, Sagittarius. Not that you weren't strong before, because you were, but it's almost like the energies flip and we've gone from you dealing with somebody that likes to have the upper hand and likes to be in control to you saying, bump, no more. I want to have this conversation. I want to see where it leads. I want to know where I stand. I can see that happening. As I say before, time frames, it could be next month. I get something to do with summer, so for some of you, you might just have to carry on this frustration of not knowing, but then all of a sudden it's kind of, well, we're almost in summer anyway, aren't we? All of a sudden you kind of like, bump, I need to have this conversation. I need to have this conversation with this person before I go crazy. Ah. Future energies for the person my Sagittarius is dealing with, please. I think I'm going crazy. Getting a lot of uprights. I always class that as a positive thing. Don't be led to believe that this is a negative reading. It's not. We're just throwing some clarity on how you feel, how they feel. And like I said before, it's not a reading that is, they're cheating on me, they hate me, they've run off, I don't know where they are, they're not talking to me. This is, you're connected to this person, definitely, but it is somebody's story who is going through this. We've got a lot of Wheel of Fortune, we've got a lot of Magician cards, we've got a lot of change. So the situation that you are in now and you feel stuck, you feel like you're not opening yourselves up, you feel like you're not having that conversation, that will change. That will change. The trouble is with you're dealing with, like I said before, a strong person that also focusing a lot on this argument. They cannot get past this argument that you've had. I say argument, could be arguments. Not sure. You'll know better. They want to with the Wheel of Fortune, but we've got a bit of focusing, Five of Cups in their energy, focusing on the bad, not focusing on the good, not remembering the good things, but going back to, and I'm going to say it, going back to this argument. that caused you to fall out, to possibly some of you take a little bit of a break from one another, but you are both in each other's sights and that you want this relationship to continue. The trouble is you've got somebody that is just as stubborn as yourself, just as fiery as yourself. So it's going to be hard. It is. It's going to be, especially with the Daughter of Pentacles in this. It's coming in. It's slow. Change is coming, but it's slow. Like I said, it could just be that you sit on this for a while and then all of a sudden, boom, you snap. But I can see it eventually getting itself sorted. I can see the fear lifting, the veil lifting, the smoke lifting even, and you are together again, but in a lot better circumstances. I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. Like I said before, it is a message for somebody out there because it was really going somewhere. It was really, really direct. But thank you. Lots of love.